I am in command. You are safe with me. I will cradle you in my arms through any crisis in any galaxy.
Are you queer?
Probably.
Man, dude, son, done something I should have did before now. Just one moment, bros. Alright, dude, so hang on there. Alright, bro, so, yeah, like I said, I'm, yeah. I'm just, alrighty, dudes. Okay, we can go back because we got our reward, so we can go back. Okay. Let's see here. These here are the ones we need to be working on, I guess. Captures or assists. Let's see. 6 through 7, huh? Okay. I don't know about all that, but I guess, yeah. Okay, let's just, go ahead and, okay. Alright, bros. dudes, when you really think about things and life in general and shit, you do realize that you
Oh, this is nice.
Over the years, I've tested the limits of the human body, how much it can stuff in, swallow, or choke on. How a scrotum can be stretched into a makeshift sail if stranded at sea. All this knowledge is going to help you win your fight.
yeah, okay.
See you later, bitches! hot.
yeah, that's hot. That is hot.
Peter, you can't be serious. This is a 30-ton war machine. Time for a little payback.
Giggity, 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 giggity.
You little bitch!
You bastard.
Yeah, you bastard.
Giggity.
You know, no huge hurry, but I'm full.
Alright, bros. I don't feel like having the camera on, dudes.
I'll see you in hell, loser.
Charleston, West Virginia, WSAZ, West Virginia Governor Jim Justice was pressed Friday about what changes need to be made in light of this week's findings related to the state's interaction leading up to the death of Kennedy Miller, a 14-year-old who deputies say died from neglect in Boone County. State leaders released investigative findings Thursday, saying any prior contact the state had Miller involved unfounded allegations or concerns that did not rise to the level of neglect as set forth in state law, adding that education officials also did not receive an academic assessment required from homeschool students in West Virginia. Leaders also announced Thursday changes already in place or in the works, but Justice did not attend that press briefing. So Friday, WSAZ News Channel 3's Curtis Johnson asked Justice what else needs to change and if he's going to see it through. Governor, are you committed to pursuing legislative and/or policy changes related to those findings before you leave office? He asked Justice. I just wanted to know what kind of changes were you pursuing, if you're committed, and will those involve the legislature? Curtis, I'm going to run through the finish line, he responded. You know me well enough to know I'm not done. I want to make things better until the very last day that I'm your governor, and then I'll try to make everything better in every way that I can the last days, or all the last days of my life. Since Miller's death, WSAZ has been asking what did the state know about Kennedy before she died. WSAZ investigates deadly details denied. The Governor and Department of Human Services Secretary Cynthia Pursley initially said Child Protective Services had no previous knowledge of Kennedy Miller. You're saying there was no telephone calls about this kid? There was no referrals about this kid? There was no investigations about this kid? There was nothing with this kid's name on it in your agency? Johnson asked in May. That's correct, Pursley replied. But an anonymous letter from a whistleblower received only by WSAZ just 2 days after that interview tells a much different story. It details 2 referrals to CPS involving Kennedy, one in 2009 and another in 2017. The letter notes her name was listed in the system both times. On that same day, West Virginia State Police released a call log and audio in response to a Freedom of Information Act request WSAZ submitted. The trooper can be heard talking with a dispatcher after a welfare check on the teen in March 2023. On that CD call reference, that welfare check, I just made that CPS referral if you can just put it in the notes on it, the radio traffic states. Then Thursday, after weeks of a changing story, the administration shed new light on that whistleblower letter and state police contact, and how the state can better handle cases of mental health concerns for children going forward. The governor's chief of staff, Brian Abraham, confirmed aspects of the whistleblower letter, saying both cases did include Kennedy's name, but centered on allegations that involved other people and were unfounded. Abraham also confirmed a state police trooper did go directly from that welfare check on Kennedy to the local CPS office, saying the trooper told a worker in the office of his concern for Kennedy's mental health, saying she had a fear of COVID and germs and did not want to be around people. But Abraham said those concerns alone would not meet the definition of abuse or neglect. State leaders also used Thursday to announce changes, such as a requirement for all CPS referrals to be taken through the state's hotline, not in person. Pursley also spoke of her department's work on a plan to widen the net for calls that come into the hotline. We are developing and we have contracted with a company to help build a differentiated response system, she said Thursday. What that will allow is that, obviously, if the referral meets the criteria set out in law for abuse or neglect, there will be an investigation as we currently do. If it clearly does not meet the criteria, it will be screened out. But there is this middle area, and I will tell you that most often that's related to poverty, and we do not equate poverty with abuse and neglect. But there is this middle area, and so what we will undertake is the referral of those cases to additional support. Justice also touched on changes already in place in his response to Johnson on Friday, but kept the door open for more change. The agencies are in charge of changes in a lot of cases, but absolutely, we are in discussion with the legislature, and will be in discussion with the legislature, and if need be, if need be just for this, I would call a special session just for this. I mean, just because this is not fair. I mean, this is so monumental that it's off the charts, he said. So I want to make things better, But we've got to work with some people and everything, you know, and try to get some type of format on what we're going to do. Another area of change deals with improving regulations in the homeschooling system. Senate President Craig Blair says he's encouraging members of the House of Delegates to sit down with them as they work towards that end. As for that expanded referral system, WSAZ has asked personally how that new system will work. She says they are working on the mechanics of it now. Keep checking the WSAZ app for the latest.
Hello? There we go. Alrighty, bros. Let's see if we can't sneak up in there. There we go.
Yes! Score! Score!
Oh dear, what is it? Spontaneously combusted. I am sorry. Oh, it's quite all right. I've grown tired of living.
Take him out.
Ma'am, you want me to kick those dents out for you?
Giggity. Giggity, giggity, giggity. Giggity, giggity, giggity. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's what that is. End of the day, bros, I mean, no, honestly, I just honestly don't. Nothing mean or bad to say. We're just at the end of the road, man. I mean, bros, I mean, we can get this crap through, shoot. Back. Not worried about that. That's just beyond us right there. That one. On these, rather. We need some captures for 8. We need 4 more. Then we need main battery hits on cruisers, and so that's what we're going to do. We're going to switch it from 5 up, reset, because co-ops. Now we're going to do the cruisers first because they're kind of easier, and we're going to do 6, 7, and 8, which we could. I don't think I got any 9s. Probably have, but anyway, this is how we're going to do it. Oh, I can't believe I'm that damn much. Anyhow, it's not like we're going to keep at this with this. Okay, now let's just beam out all of them. Now, port, let's just we need captures, main turn hits. You know, that's what we need. Okay.
Oh, great.
You're welcome. I'm in a good mood.
All right, go. I gotta tell you, I have never seen a duller bunch of pathetic bastards in my life.
Thank you so much. You've been very understanding.
Oh, you did it. Thank you.
Okay. There we go. Now, like I said, we can just do it this way. I think so. And this is going to be the way we do it. So that way, we not only we semi get everything the way we're wanting it, kinda. Anyhow, yeah. Okay. Because we need those captures. We need to go down that as best we can. So we'll just go through them with these. 'Cause these guys need ranked up, these captains anyway, so.
Oh, man, now I can't even watch TV.
Okay.
This is more like it.
Fuck, man. Come on.
Wow, caught fire a little earlier than I thought we would. I'm invincible!
Rock it out! Bring on the pain!
Oh, yeah, that's hot. That is hot.
Damn, bro. Here we go.
You're not gonna rape me, are you? Ma'am, you want me to kick those dents out for you?
Okay, man, do you? Huh? Man? Eh? Oh. Okay. Not the best score, but not the worst either, and we stayed alive, huh? Dragon Boat Festival, okay. We're gonna go ahead and open them. Oh yeah, that wasn't so bad, I don't guess. And let's see. I mean, which coal do we have? 29,000 coal. We'll just keep saving on that coal, you know. Now, let's see here. Let's go to that one. Then we'll go. Wait a minute, brothers. One moment. I'll be right back. Alright, bros, had to make me some coffee and some other stuff. I mean, I don't know why I'm doing this like I am with what I am. We could just do one and concentrate on it, or do the German Tier 8 one. Let me see here. It should be here. Or no. We can do the Laszlo and the other one. Let's do those. Wait a minute. Give him a little bit more Captain XP than we're running here. Well, no, we better just use these. Yeah, we'll just use those. Because at the end of the day, I need to rank those. I need to rank all my captains up. You know. Whoa. Okay. Now, A it is.
Nurse, I'm ready for my sponge bath.
SpongeBob SquarePants. Or, I guess. Yeah, but I mean, I got some things going on right now, bros. And I mean, now honestly, I just honestly rather not even talk about it because I don't want to talk ill nor bad about anyone, you know. Okay, now this is kind of intriguing. Let's see here, bros.
Dana, this flag scandal, woo, I mean, this is bigger than Watergate.
Very Watergate.
It's the biggest, Jesse. And you know what? You missed something. Everyone on January 6th also wore shoes. Thus, the reasoning dictates, Jesse, that everyone who wears shoes is apparently a J6er.
That's it.
I don't want to
get involved.
Hypocrites.
I just took it off.
Yeah, see, there you go, right there. No, first off, I love Justice Alito's totally based response to the request for him to recuse himself from this case, because they know that this is a loser too, just like the New York case is a complete and total loser. So they've now started targeting these individuals.
Okay.
Oh man, now I can't even watch TV.
I mean, it's yeah. Yeah, it's what it is, dude. It is what it is, you know. Okay. Let's try the come pee on me Dupree here. And, let's see here. Whatever the hell you want to call it. Let's see. Let's just, yeah. Let's see. How about, let's see, we got this one. We went with that one. We can put into this one. That's going to give us 4 of those. Then we can put into torpedoes on the reload time. Let's see. Okay, so now we can get this one. That does it for us. Or we can go with priority targeting. I think we should go with wait a minute. Have we got enough? We can get one more. No, sir, we do not. See, we could get the concealment expert. I think we will do these 2. Or we could put into, now let's do that. Let's do that. I think we should do that. End of the day, it's going to be better for us to use that. I think so. Hopefully, you know. I believe that will be better for us. Where are we? Well, let's see.
Nurse, I'm ready for my sponge bath.
Yeah, okay, SpongeBob. Square ass.
Let's try this again. I offer you the opportunity to join me in glorious battle.
I gotta tell you, I have never seen a duller bunch of pathetic bastards in my life.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, hopefully this will work to our advantage. Possibly. Damn, these aircraft carriers on this one, dudes. There we go, I think. About 9. Eight. Okay.
Peter, you can't be serious. This is a 30-ton war machine.
Huh? Well, bro.
You little bitch!
Time for a little payback.
Leave me alone, you jerk!
You have to fucking be joking me, dude. I guess you're not. Well, I've sunk both those fucking Russian ships, dudes. I mean, really? Really sunk them. I think that's about useless. In all honesty, definitely. Some of these shouldn't be whatevers, you know. One of them deals, I guess, you know. Nuremberg. Let me see here. I think I went up. I have to the Yorkshire. So that should be the one we want to be a play on this one. Oh, nope. See, we should, well, we done got everything for it, don't we? So, let's see, and we're gonna get a little bit more ship XP there than we normally been getting, you know. No way, bro, no way. Okay. pretty rough right there up on that one, bros. You know. Let's see here. I would like to have a capture.
Oh, this is nice.
We'll get it, but I'd like to have it. We need all we can get when it comes to hits and shit with this.
Over the years, I've tested the limits of the human body, how much it can stuff in, swallow, or choke on, how a scrotum can be stretched into a makeshift sail if stranded at sea. All this knowledge is going to help you win your fight.
I gotta tell you, I have never seen a duller bunch of pathetic bastards in my life.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, bros. I mean,
Rock it out! Bring on the pain!
there we go. Up, 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 up.
Oh boy, that was close. Oh dear, what is it? I've spontaneously combusted. I am sorry. Oh, it's quite all right. I've grown tired of living.
That's right. I'm used to it.
You want me to kick those dents out for you?
Huh? Oh, forward, dent kicker. Oh. Oh. Damn, bro.
Who the hell do you think you are? Lock and load! Bring on the pain!
Say good night, yo.
Huh? Yo ho ho. How about what shut that fucker in the asshole, chum. Shit, bro. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's cool. Alrighty, dudes. Okay, what we got here? We're about to get that one. Yeah. Now we got this, huh? What's this one? That one is a Queen Elizabeth permanent camouflage. Okay. Let's claim a reward. Navy here. Okay. Okay, bros. Now let's see. Let's do this again. Since we did so well with him, you know. Last stand. I'm not feeling no fucking last stand shit, dudes. Not to be honest, or I'm not feeling last stands, period. You know. Let's try to get him a little better, some captain crap. As a matter of fact, let's go to the armory. Where we go on these. We got 30 of those. We should have some of those. You know, we'll buy that amount more captains. I prefer getting them. It's just 10 more. I prefer these, to be honest. We might be able to get one more of them. I hate to spend it this way, dudes. But, I mean, in all honesty, we need them. You know, I get by with everything but them. At the end of the day, that's credits, bro. I'm not spending my steel. Period, am I? But we order those because, you know, like I said, we got 82 of those. We're going to save those. Hopefully we'll get one's got you know, has some captures on it. So that way we can, oh, this one does.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
I got a surprise. What would you guys think of a road trip?
Yeah, I'm in.
Awesome road trip.
Yeah, Roadhouse.
And bored out of my mind for 8 hours.
This is quite
Roadhouse? Roadhouse. On these dudes, one of the reasons I say we'll do it this way is simply because it sort of runs 32 knots, so there we go.
Peter, you can't be serious. This is a 30-ton war machine.
I'm being more serious than you fucking think, bro. Okay. Alrighty, dudes.
Rock it out! Bring on the pain!
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse, baby.
giggity. Giggity, 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 giggity.
I don't know. Oh. Then the 9. These are turning on us.
right, and I'm having a blast.
Why aren't we? Why aren't we?
Peter, you can't be serious. This is a 30-ton war machine.
Don't call me Snurrius, Snurrius. I'm as Snurrius as you can get, bro. You know. He's going to try to go up the damn map on us. If we can get him, that is. My shells didn't hit him. But we did win. But we did win. I mean, a win's a win, friend. We need 2 more capture ribbons. We need to grow to them. So these missions are available for 3 days, bros. That's why I'm really trying to do this, because honestly because of that, because we're so we need 2 more of those. That free stuff will be gone, dudes. I mean, we're going to be lucky to get a couple more from it, if we can get a couple more from it. Okay. Yeah, that's about what I figured, too. I'm going to go up through there.
Really?
Then we can always come over to it, you know.
Anyone who doesn't want to go to war is gay.
Okay. So let me see here, bros. Try to
individual justices to try to smear their name and make their case that, well, we need to pack the court because, you know, his wife flew a flag. I'm so tired of progressives freaking out over their own ignorance. Please, for the love of all things holy, can we just like have a national history class for these dumb, decrepit people? Because they clearly don't know American history. They freaked out like this over the Gadsden flag too, where they saw a yellow flag with a snake on it, and they're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's at the Gadsden flag.
With the pine tree flag. They have no idea what American history is. So 2 dudes had the flag on J6, and they're like, oh my gosh, must be a white nationalist flag. No, you absolute imbeciles. It's enshrined in American history. This flag is super old. It's military authorized. It's like it's historic on the East Coast. Stop. Open a book. Touch grass. Take a breath.
Dana, I probably have a lot in common with your husband. All husbands have this in common. If their wife wants to do something in the yard, buy new furniture, You know, maybe put a little ornament around Christmas time. Maybe you don't love the look of the ornament or the lounge chairs.
Yeah.
You can't say,
Yeah.
wife, take it down right away or else. That's not how marriages work.
You're right, Jesse. I'm about to educate people on this open aspect of sexism, and this sexism is real, and I celebrate it. The men can control the thermostat so long as they take out the trash and they mow the lawn. But the women get to decorate the house, and we choose what stuff goes in the lawn, Jesse. We also choose what other sort of accoutrements go on outside the house, like flags and such. So long as we uphold our ends of the bargain, everything's good. I totally respect his wife's choice. It's her freedom to do so. Go women.
Go women. All right. What a feminist, Dana Lash. I love it. Thank you.
There you go.
Today's executive order will reportedly allow President Biden to shut
Oh.
Nice job, man.
I hope so, bro. Thanks. Thanks for noticing, Val.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really, bruh. Really. There's a damn aircraft carrier. He's run dead into the damn Hillsborough up there. I'm trying to get in there so I can get a swappity poppity here. Hippity hoppity. There we go up on that one. I mean, not the best scores, but we're scoring, you know. Okay, bros.
All right, Fox News Alert. 9 minutes from now, Hunter Biden's trial is set to resume as prosecutors in Delaware say they could actually wrap things up. They could rest the case later today.
That was fast, or could be fast. It comes after an FBI agent, a gun seller, and 2 of the first son's ex-wives or girlfriends testified against him yesterday.
A lot going on in that family. Former prosecutor and co-host of The Five Judge, Janine Pirro, joins us live on
He shouldn't have taken that shit to trial, bros.
How do you think the defense is doing at this point? It looks like they're trying to muddy the waters when it comes to if he checked the form, not only that, but number 2, was he doing drugs at the time?
Yeah. Well, look, Abby Lowell he's a great attorney, but at the same time, his defense is kind of ridiculous. And it's proven by the fact that the guy who sold him the gun, who Abby is alleging just forced him quickly to get in there and get that gun because he was a real good gun salesman. He said, I don't make any extra money if I sell a gun or don't sell a gun. You know, that kind of took that one away. And then there's this other issue of, well, was he really a user of or addicted to, and what did he think? It doesn't matter what he thinks. And in fact, the prosecution at this point has made it very clear through Zoe, one of the ex-girlfriends, that he recognized that even when he was sober, he was still an addict. I mean, that just put a gut punch through that Abby Lowell defense as well.
You know, in watching the coverage and
you ever do that, Beeroni?
reading what is going on inside the courtroom, it sounds like they got the goods on him. And so, you know, will Abby Lowell be able to introduce enough reasonable doubt to sway one? That's a possibility. But at the same time, there's this phenomenon called, and you know all about it, jury nullification.
I know it well.
And jury nullification essentially means, and you're the judge, but okay, they sat there, they listened to stuff, they sounded like he was guilty, but they find him not guilty.
Well, I think that the selection of the jury in this case was one of the most important parts of this trial. Most of the jurors, I think I counted 8 or 9 of them, have someone who's been addicted to drugs that they know of, or in their family, or is actually overdosed, so they know the pain that is visited with drugs. But at the same time, if they feel that, even though the prosecution has proven its case beyond a reasonable doubt, make no mistake, they already have. I mean, how many cases do you actually have the defendant actually his own voice saying, you know, I went into the depths of crack addiction, and then you have the wife, the girlfriend, the ex-girlfriend, and the beau's widow, all of them saying we had to worry about drugs and guns, we had to be on the lookout for all this stuff, and then you've got the laptop. I mean, so you not only have the gun, you have the infamous laptop, you have the defendant's voice, you have the form. I mean, what else do you need in a case like this? So what you're suggesting is that maybe because he's a Biden, that, you know, people in Delaware...
They cut him a break.
Why cut him a break?
I'm just saying.
You know, I want to ask you a question. I mean, think about the trauma that's been visited upon all of the women in his life. From his mother to his wife, to the girlfriend, to the kids, to his brother's widow. All of them were trying to cover up for what he's doing. You know, this was a choice. And make no mistake, the feds have actually increased the penalty for these forms because they are tired of these gun cases.
Judge, thank you so much for that.
Thanks, Judge.
Always great to hear your perspective.
Hey, I'll see you in Rutherford, New Jersey, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Ontario, California, Davenport, Iowa, Las Vegas, Chicago, and Grand Rapids, Michigan. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. Hey, this is Jimmy. Who's this?
Hi, Jimmy. This is Dr. Anthony Fauci.
Ah, well. Our old friend, Dr. Fauci. How are things, buddy? I must say, I don't believe we've heard from you in quite a while.
Yeah, well, you were always shitting all over me. It's not like I'm going to purposely call into a show that's doing that. Now that everyone else is shitting all over me for the same reasons you've been shitting all over me for 3 years now, I figure, what the heck, let's give Jimmy a call.
I see. Very interesting. It appears that you had an interesting time testifying in front of Congress the other day, huh?
Oh, Yeah, real fun. Love to sit around and get an ear banging from those jabronis for 4 fucking hours.
What did you expect? You seem to actually seem taken aback. Were you not aware that you would be testifying in front of Congress that day or something?
No, I had no idea. I thought it was a Baskin Robbins, and I just wanted in. They made me sit down. Yeah, of course I fucking knew.
Excuse me, I'm the shooter.
I just wasn't prepared for the level of vitriol. Like I said earlier, the vitriol, Jimmy. The level of it.
Yeah. There's a lot of vitriol out there towards you, sir.
Yeah, tell me about it. Which is disheartening, because it doesn't make me feel too good about our country's preparedness for the next pandemic, whenever that comes.
Do you think that maybe some of that might have to do with the great level of mistrust the public has about how you handled the last one? I mean, specifically how it was handled by you.
What the fuck you talking about?
Oh, come on, Dr. Fauci. Even the 6-foot social distancing, that number, it turns out completely made up. Just made up.
I mean, kinda. Well, what's wrong with 6 feet? Sounds about right.
Sounds about right. Sir, the public assumes that these types of numbers are arrived at by scientific research, not sounds about right.
All right, look, I'm gonna level with you. Sometimes you arrive at these numbers by data and clinical trials and that kind of shit. That's science shit. And sometimes you arrive at it because Don't Stand So Close to Me by the Police comes on the laboratory radio. It's just how it is.
Oh my God.
And so what? Did you hate people staying 6 feet apart? Was that a bother to you? You want to be all crowded up and shit, people all over your ass? Personally, I liked everybody spreading the fuck out. It was nice for a change. Glad I could help. You're welcome.
That's not the point, sir.
Well, that's the point I'm making over here.
Yeah, isn't it interesting how the lab leak hypothesis is now favored rather than a crackpot conspiracy theory?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on.
Oh, this is nice.
You're not in front of Congress anymore. Remember when people speculated that the virus originated in the lab in Wuhan, and that was called a crazy conspiracy theory? Well, now it seems to actually be the case.
No, it was a wet market. Wet market, that's what we said then, and we're sticking to it now.
What's the objection to the lab leak?
It's racist.
Well, it sounds racist, like calling it
Wait,
No, it's not. It's not racist.
Well, it sounds racist.
No.
Like calling it the Chinese virus, that's racist. So saying it came from a Chinese lab where they study these exact types of viruses in Wuhan is also racist because the word Chinese is in there.
Chinese is not a racist word. It's the official word for the of or from the country of China.
Yeah, but it's getting close to racist. You gotta at least admit that. You do kind of think twice saying Chinese, right? Like, careful. I think in the next 10, 15 years, Chinese will go the way of Oriental. It'll be it used to be the polite word, but now it's racist to call people that.
Well, then, what will you call Chinese people then?
I don't know, but the young people will guide us.
What's about the fucking truth there on that, bro?
You know, it's becoming the oldest trick in the book. Don't like an idea that appears to be true, causes you problems, reduces your credibility. Just call it racist or white supremacist, no matter how completely batty that sounds.
It really is a great tool, that particular accusation. It gets you out of a lot of hot water. It's hard to fight that accusation. People want to think other people are racist for some fundamental need they have. So yeah, take advantage, I'd say.
Jesus Christ.
You really are just unrepentant, aren't you?
Come on now. Now you're sounding like one of them hothead congressmen. You're just repeating their talking points.
He got you good, Jimmy.
Excuse me? I'm the one who made these so-called talking points before everybody else. If anything, other people are stealing my material.
You know the drill. When the the mainstream starts doing the material that becomes X.
Yep.
You gotta drop it and go with something new. It's dated.
Okay. Is that another thing you just made up?
Tell you what, kid. The next time we have a pandemic, and we will, and whoever is in charge is gonna fuck that one up too, believe you me, because I saw to it. You can be the first out of the gate calling bullshit, I'll give you full credit.
Oh, wow. Well, that really makes me feel a lot better, or maybe, I don't know. I don't like being right about this.
Well, take it from me. It beats being wrong about it.
You really aren't going to face any consequences for the handling of the pandemic, are you?
I used to think no, but I don't know, things are changing. Even mainstream outlets are starting to go back and question how we did things. That's not a good sign.
Yep.
CNN questioning shit. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Anyway, until that point, me and Hotez got an early tea time tomorrow, so I should probably skedaddle.
You son of a bitch.
Look, I know you're mad as shit, but you're mad at the real Dr. Fauci. Not this fake character, Dr. Fauci. I'm a fun guy. You can't hate me. I can quote Jerky Boys with you. I cuss all the fucking time. Come on, who loves you, baby?
All right, enough. I can't stand this anymore. Goodbye. Hey, you know, everything's really expensive, and by the time you pay all your monthly bills, there's nothing much left, so you end up swiping your credit card and trapping you in high-interest credit card debt. Well, guess what? If you're a homeowner...
Allison Esposito is a New York congressional candidate, served nearly 25 years. And she joins us now. Allison, if not for a bulletproof vest, we would very likely be up here right now in this very position previewing a funeral, and that is horrible. As a former NYPD officer, what goes through your mind when you basically see the suspect had his illegal immigration case dismissed? What's going on here?
Well, what goes through my mind? Fear. Fear for my cops. 25 years, I retired as a deputy inspector and commander in the New York City Police Department, and I sent my cops out every single day with fear in their eyes. Not even just fear of losing their lives, but their livelihoods and potentially their freedom for doing the job that we need them to do, that society asks them to do.
Well, society didn't ask them to. The government did.
Sanctuary city policies, this poor immigration policy by Joe Biden.
I have no problem with police being held accountable for their actions, and I do think qualified immunity should be removed from them. They should be held accountable for their actions each time they break the Fifth Amendment, or any amendments for that matter. They should be held accountable for it. And they damn sure should be held accountable for shooting someone, period. Armed or unarmed. If it's a bad deal and they've shot them, they should be held accountable for it. It's how I'm in fear of my life shit there, man. It goes two ways, because people are scared of police just to that matter that they will shoot you, bro. They will literally shoot you.
Border policies. He ended remain in Mexico. He allowed Title 42 to expire.
Oh, man.
He reinstated catch and release. He stopped construction of the southern border wall, and he opened up the border. Okay, this is a very big problem. You had 300 known terrorists cross our southern border in fiscal year 2020 that we caught. That's not about the gotaways, the millions of gotaways that are in our country. We have an incredible problem with these sanctuary cities. We have an incredible problem at the southern border, and criminals are coming over.
I'd say we do got an incredible problem when it comes to that. But in all honesty, when it comes to the police in general, they do need to rework the framework for police, period. People are scared of them. Simple fact, they will shoot you, bros. That's a no shit deal. They will shoot you, bros.
It wasn't any
That's no shit.
Maybe I should do something about the border. It was an election year.
It's November 5th. Right. But when you talk about Joe Biden waking up, what he's proposing is daily encounters once they hit 2,500. That's when he's going to shut them off. That's what is being reported as the new Biden executive order.
Yeah, I figured that.
Shouldn't that number be 1? You know, when it reaches 1, we shut down the border.
Absolutely. See, for a while, Biden has been going, oh, Congress has to help me act. Congress has to do something. Congress did do something. They passed H.R. 2, Secure the Border Bill. That would have shut down our border, redone the border wall, reinstated the Remain in Mexico policy. Right. This is what the House did. Now, they want to talk about the Senate bill that never even came out, but that would have allowed 5,000
7 more hundred.
every day, and it would have codified it into
7 more hundred on that one. Let's see here, dudes.
It has to end now. This is too little, too late. Our Americans are suffering. Not only are they being killed and injured, our police are being shot, but there are billions of taxpayer dollars that are going to house, to feed, to clothe these illegal immigrants, not to mention the thousands of women and children that are being sex trafficked into our country. It's horrific. This is a horrific...
I agree, and then I disagree.
So the president's saying that Republican obstruction forced his hand, but only 4 months ago,
yeah, Cuomo wasn't expecting to get called out for.
He had claimed that his hands had been tied.
With executive authority, or is there more you can do?
I've done all I can do. Just give me the power. I've asked for the very day I got it off.
This action will help us gain control of our border, restore order into the process. Doing nothing is not an option. We have to act.
So Mary Kaplan Ham's a columnist for Outkick, and she is our newest Fox News contributor.
Well,
welcome back.
Yes,
what
so
took you so long, right?
Oh, I'm glad.
She had a few babies along the way too, and she comes with a bigger family now. Thank you for being here, Mary Kaplan.
Welcome. Mike Johnson said the president engineered the open border. He signed at least 65, maybe 70 more executive orders. And to borrow a phrase from years past, what difference at this point will this make?
Well, you can't erase the damage that has been done, right? You can't erase the huge numbers of people who are already here. You also can't erase the lack of trust for this administration, who did engineer this crisis, which they're finally sort of acknowledging as a crisis. They've been confused about it for a long time. Voters are not confused about it. It's why it's in the top 3 issues for many of them, despite all these economic issues as well. They're feeling pressure from this. They're feeling the opposite of what Biden offered to them, which was the lack. He said, I'm going to bring order, not chaos. This feels like chaos. So let me be clear, and I think you have to deal with the cynicism here because it speaks to whether you can trust this administration on this issue, which is what voters are concerned about. This is not a border crisis for them. This is a re-election crisis for them. So this is a last-ditch effort to say, look, we're doing something about this, even though, as you note, Bill, months ago, both Biden and Mayorkas at DHS said, there's nothing we can do here. Well, we know it's not true that there's nothing they can do because it was Biden's executive actions removing Trump's executive actions that created the situation in the first place. And the folly of governing in opposition to Trump, even when some of those actions were effective, is coming home to roost right now.
But Mary Catherine, one of the things that I've read is pretty interesting is that Biden at this point, 5 months from today till the election, he's still trying to lock down his own base. And he's got a problem on the far left, which makes up a significant piece of his coalition. And they don't want to return to Trump-era policies. And yesterday they were expressing dismay that President Biden would even consider doing this, because this is what they did after 2017. They decided to make a change on the Democratic side to go against anything President Trump was for. And Biden says yesterday, look, I will never demonize immigrants. I will never refer to immigrants as poisoning the blood of the country, etc. So it's also interesting that it's coming at a point where he's trying to maybe try to move to the middle to see if that will work. I'm skeptical on that. But at the same time, he risks losing or further distancing himself from that far left coalition.
Look, I think as usual, the strategy is somewhat incoherent from this White House because they do have to deal with several things. They have to deal with the fact that voters in the middle of the road are upset with them, are upset with this situation. But the left is very happy with what was happening at the border. The left is happy to let people flow over with no sort of cap on it at all. By the way, it seems like the 2,500 number that they're giving, which is far less than the 5,000 that was in that Senate bill that they bemoaned not passing. Maybe they could have offered that to to Republicans as something to do a deal on. But instead they said, oh no, this is the best you will ever get, and cynically once again went after the opposition instead of getting something done. Now the question is, do we actually get something out of this for those middle of the road voters who are concerned about this? And again, I don't think you can trust this administration to actually follow through with these things that they're promising to do.
We shall see on that. MK Secretary Mayorkas was on with Neil yesterday. Says it's the time is not too late. Watch.
We expected Congress to act. They did not act once. They recently failed to act twice, and we took this executive action. It's not too little, and it's not too late. We had hoped that Congress would act. They have failed to do so, and the president exercised his executive authority as he has done now.
Some people are going to believe that. Wall Street Journal editorial board does not, however. No doubt Mr. Biden will wave his new order as a shield during his debate with Mr. Trump this month, but the transparently political timing of his order invites voter skepticism. Here's another question. Will they follow this, or will they move on to something else?
Look, I think it becomes a question of whether the media can sort of ignore this problem and whether voters can see past it even if they do. I think voters have seen past it even when they haven't been covering the crisis closely. And I think to Mayorkas' question, does he mean too little too late for their electoral problems or too little too late for the actual security problems inherent in this issue? Because I know you guys know the story of earlier this May. Two Jordanian nationals posing as an Amazon van tried to gain entry to Quantico, right? So we do have risks out there that have already been let into the country, and I'm not sure how you get past too little too late with those issues.
MKH for the win. Great to have you back. Thanks, Mary Catherine.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
Ivermectin. Our video of the day comes to us from comedian Dave Smith, who held Chris Cuomo accountable over his past comments on ivermectin during the pandemic. Roll it, Sven.
They don't want you to take ivermectin. Ivermectin is the way to go. Take it. Joe Rogan got better from ivermectin. And by the way, I don't like what people did to Joe Rogan about ivermectin. I don't like it.
You did it.
No.
Yes, you did.
Find the clips.
Dude, find the clips. You shamed Joe Rogan.
Find the
clips. You said
clips.
he's taking horse dewormer. You and Don Lemon were chuckling at each other about it. I'll go find
First
the
of all,
clip.
you just saw the clips.
I'm
not chuckling. I'm listening to Don. But
no. The
here's
clip
the point.
I'm talking about wasn't on there, and
Here's-
it's absolutely
look, we
there.
were
Here, do we have it? Hold on. Let's play the clip.
Injecting drugs for animals and horse.
And people telling them to. What person? You know, you talk about cancel culture and who to shame. Ivermectin, a dewormer. Really?
They are shaming themselves.
That's what it is.
They're shaming themselves.
So you're taking a dewormer right now.
Chris,
you can't apologize for that. You weren't being clear that it was this, and you know that, dude. You're being so dishonest right now, man.
I'm not
You
being
were talking
dishonest.
about ivermectin, the drug. You were not talking about this version of ivermectin. Come on.
Cuomo's proof that while ivermectin may be used on horses, it also works for jackasses. Yeah.
Well done.
It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
It drives me. I'm sorry. I know it's like your turn right now, but like.
I don't like asking questions.
Imagine losing it all, like Chris Cuomo. Imagine losing it all and still being this boring.
Yeah.
Like, you were fired. He has the option of like taking the high road and being like, listen, I did something and now I've seen the light and I apologize and I'm sorry. Or he has the option of taking the vengeance road and saying, well, they made me say this stuff.
Yeah.
Or I felt pressured to say this stuff. But to just be the same boring milquetoast dude you've always been when you have the freedom of having truly lost it all.
Yeah.
It's a horrible thing, but in one way, it's a gift, and that's you can do whatever the you want. And he's not even taking it.
Yeah.
How boring are you?
The reason why I'm laughing so hard is one night was researching, watching CNN. I heard they had an opening at the time, and my daughter said Chris Cuomo looked like a milk inspector. So, and you milk toast. Wow. But yeah, here's the thing. Greg, you don't even need a question. We're done with questions. 10 years, enough's enough. When people are full of and they never stop being full of the hardest.
This is a political attack coming in a political season, and it's not a thing that anyone had been talking about or saying before coming out of these closed-door meetings.
My response to the piece when I read it was now do Donald Trump.
So this was a classic hit piece.
Yeah, you could do Donald Trump. I'm talking about the Wall Street Journal story that talked about interviewing 45 people, and they think that behind closed doors, things are bad for Joe Biden. Needs cards for everything, falls asleep at meetings, can't hold the same thought, does not project himself. He's basically oftentimes at a mumble. Some good days, but some bad days. 45 people, and they say, hit job. Joining us now is Julian Epstein, served as counsel to the...
Dr. Anthony Fauci accused of trying to rewrite history during a fiery hearing on Capitol Hill about the... origins of COVID and his response.
Do you agree that there was a push to downplay the lab leak theory?
Not on my part.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
I think most of the country would find that amazing. I still got 11 seconds.
But look at the facts. I've kept an open mind throughout the entire process.
Are you nuts? There's no way he kept an open mind throughout the entire process. Our next guest was among the first to call for a full investigation into COVID-19. Jamie Metzl is the author of that book. It's called Superconvergence. He joins us now. Jamie, there's no way he's not rewriting history by saying that he was open to all aspects and theories.
All right, let's get this started.
So, Brian, as you know, I was at the center of this debate from early in 2020. Democrat. I'm actually a fan of Dr. Fauci, but it's just irrefutable that certainly over the course of 2020, Dr. Fauci was saying over and over again that the overwhelming weight of the evidence supported the natural origin or the market origin. And the right answer at that time was, hey, we don't know. There's a real possibility it could be a research-related origin. There's a real possibility it could be a natural origin. And we're going to investigate all origin hypotheses. By putting his finger on the scale in favor of the natural origin hypotheses, I think he played a role in suppressing the kind of essential debate and ultimately investigation that we needed.
This is what drives me nuts about him, Jamie. Everybody understands you can't get everything right. He could say, I was wrong to label it a conspiracy theory early on, but came to learn that it was absolutely a chance. Even that would be more plausible than, what are you talking about? I never said that. Here is Anthony Fauci talking about the possibility of the Wuhan lab leak.
Is it possible that COVID-19 was the result of a laboratory-related accident?
Oh, absolutely. And I keep, like I mentioned multiple times, I keep an open mind. I feel, based on the data that I have seen, that the more likely, not definitive, but the more likely explanation is a natural spillover from an animal reservoir.
Is the hypothesis?
Yeah, and a little bit different from the stance he was taking. The other thing that he made it really clear, that when it came to the vaccine, he was playing very aggressive, and everyone knew it. He was going after your job. He was going after your education. He was making sure that you got that vaccine. In fact, that came out with Dr. Rich McCormick, turned congressman, and he was very frustrated by it. He put an excerpt from a book on tape when Fauci let everybody know where he stood on this. Listen.
You believed an institutional should make it hard for people to live their lives so they'd feel pressured to get vaccinated. Could we run the audio clip on that, please?
You think can be done about it? I have to say that I don't see a big solution other than some sort of mandatory vaccination. You want to come to this college, buddy? You're going to get vaccinated. Yeah. Big corporations like Amazon and Facebook and all of those others are going to say, you want to work for us, you get vaccinated. And it's been proven that when you make it difficult for people in their lives, they lose their ideological and they get vaccinated.
Use the word BS. That's the thuggish Dr. Fauci, isn't it?
Well, Brian, I'm a big believer in vaccines. I believe the COVID-19 vaccines were really great vaccines that saved maybe tens of millions of lives around the world. But there's a debate to be had about vaccine mandates. On one hand, the vaccines played a really important role in helping us open up our society. On the other hand, it now appears that a lot of the coercive measures actually maybe had the unintended consequence of creating adversaries where that wasn't necessary. So I hope that we can have engagement, education campaigns to bring people into the conversation about vaccines and their efficacy.
Jamie, real rapidly, 6 feet apart. Anthony Fauci says, I don't know where that came from, not based on science. Ask Redfield, is that responsible leadership?
Well, in those days, there wasn't a lot of information. For 100 years, we've asked our public health officials to kind of round out the edges, say everyone can get a polio vaccine. And right now, that's what they were trying to do, and they didn't have all the clinical data. Right. And this is what happens when you try to...
They jammed us down the throat.
Yeah.
Jamie Menzel, thanks so much.
All right, bros.
Let's bring in Arkansas Senator Tom Cotton, who serves on the Armed Services Committee, along with the Intelligence.
Okay.
I want to do something a little differently tonight. I watched Joe Biden at Normandy, D-Day, giving a speech, and I was appalled. Obviously, he said some very important things, but his politicization of that event on the 80th anniversary, taking shots at Donald Trump, actually lying about what Donald Trump said, doing so in a very nasty way. And then I got to thinking to myself, there's a man standing at Normandy, D-Day. And when he's standing at Morgan State College in front of graduating black male students, or when he's standing at Howard, or when he's giving speeches generally, he's trashing the United States. He's talking about how our history is horrific, how we don't have equality of opportunity. In fact, I've never heard this man give a inspiring, patriotic, pro-American speech in his life. And that speech that he gave at D-Day, where D-Day occurred, that will never go down in history as a great speech. I went back and I listened to President Trump's speech, the 75th anniversary. It was searing. It was beautiful. Patriotic. And so I went back and I listened to Reagan's speech. Same thing. A magnificent speech, a beautiful speech. Biden's not up to being president of the United States. It's even worse. He's not up to being a leader. He does not represent the values and the belief systems of the American people. He represents a fringe radical group. And then I got to thinking about Rashida Tlaib and Bernie Sanders and AOC and Omar and that whole ilk and what they say about the American people in our country. I got to think about the American media day in and day out with CRT and DEI, the Joy Reids of the world, the Jake Tappers of the world, and so forth and so.
Hey, I'll see you in Rutherford, New Jersey, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Ontario, California.
Basically, this executive order, which would be, by my count, roughly the 95th executive.
Now listen to this one, bros.
After he exposed a children's hospital secretly performing gender care for children. The doctor says he is accused of violating medical records laws. Nate Foy is live in New York City. How is the doctor reacting to this?
Well, he vows to fight the charges, John. The Dallas area surgeon learned of his indictment this week when U.S. Marshals knocked on his door and gave him a summons to appear in court. The charges are currently under seal, but attorneys for Dr. Eitan Haim say he's facing 4 felony charges for HIPAA violations. Now, his lawyers say that he shared redacted records, claiming to show Texas Children's Hospital provided gender transition care to kids after the hospital's CEO claimed the clinic shut down. Shortly after, Texas lawmakers banned gender transition care for children in the state, and now Dr. Haim's lawyers say he's being punished.
He saw the surgical schedules, and he knew that was contrary to what the hospital's CEO had publicly stated. In our mind, the Department of Justice has stepped into the public square to go after someone who's been a whistleblower.
Take a look at this, John. Dr. Haim posted on X, quote, "They wanted to intimidate me into silence using every technique the federal Leviathan had at their disposal, but they failed. The only way to lose is to submit to corruption. It's time to fight back harder than ever. One of Haim's attorneys tells Fox, quote, "My client is anxious to get to trial to get his side of the story told. I'm confident this will result in the correct decision being made." Texas Children's Hospital is one of the largest children's hospitals in the world. We've reached out to them and the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of Texas, but so far, we haven't heard back. Dr. Haim will appear in federal court a week from Monday on June 17th in Houston, where he will learn more about the charges he faces. John?
Hey, so quick question, Nate. Apparently, Haim is contending that none of the documents that he sent out to Chris Rufo about this contain any information about the patients. So how is that a HIPAA violation?
Well, that's exactly right, John. And Rufo actually posted himself saying that no patient's information was actually shared and that Dr. Haim successfully redacted all of the privileged information. So it's certainly something that we'll be watching for when he appears in court a week from Monday.
Yeah, all right. Well, we'll keep watching. A fascinating case. Nate Foy for us in New York. Nate, thank you.
Dave Rubin's the host of the Rubin Report. He joins us now. So when you take documents and you fan them out beautifully, and then you bring to the raid things that say top secret, slap them on top and take pictures and then leak them, is that tampering?
I think that is tampering. I am not a lawyer, but I believe that is tampering. I mean, the entire farce that we just witnessed for a few hours today was almost exactly like what we saw with Anthony Fauci testifying yesterday at Congress. These people never take responsibility for anything. The clip that really I thought was the most interesting there was the Matt Gaetz one. Because all he's saying is if you guys have emailed, if the Department of Justice has perhaps emailed Bragg's office, can we just see that? And even that, we can't even get an answer as it relates to that. You know, Jesse, I was watching the show in the green room, and I'm starting to see a theme here.
What's that?
That if you're a Democrat, you can basically get away with everything, and if you're a Republican, you can't get away with anything.
I know. I was a Democrat when I was a teenager, and like, look where that got me. But so if you're saying, if he's asking you, could we see correspondence if you corresponded, why don't you say, sure, ask my team, we'll get it to you.
Because
why does he have to act so guilty and weasel around the answer for 5 minutes? It's because he is guilty. They probably have been coordinating.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Do you think we're ever going to see any of these documents, or is it going to be in 2040?
I think it will be closer to 2040 than 2024, let's say. I think this is what the Democrat machine, the deep state, they've done unbelievably well. They put a bunch of people in positions of power who never, the buck stops with nobody. Oh, refer to that office. Oh, call this guy. And it's this constant shell game. And then you have a couple decent Republicans. Thomas Massey also asked some great questions during that hearing. Jim Jordan, obviously. And it's like you hear them and they're trying. They really are trying. And we are watching our democracy just dissolve right in front of us, right?
And then you get the Democrats who just waste time and say, aren't you lovely?
How do you
smell beautiful.
feel?
What cologne are you wearing?
People are mean to you. They send you mean emails. Are you all right?
Imagine having Fauci, who oversaw the biggest pandemic in 100 years, and you just compliment him on how well his suit fits. And that's what you're using your 5 minutes for? What about these her tapes? So this is where Biden couldn't remember what day it was. Remember, they said he was a well-meaning, elderly, doddering old man. They released the transcripts, but not the tapes. Are you suspicious they may have doctored the transcripts? Because they doctor White House transcripts.
I think there's every reason to believe they doctored the transcripts. He is a rambling old buffoon. I would take out well-meaning, and then you sort of have it. He's old and doddering. I think we can all agree on that. The the well-meaning part, I do not know.
All right, not very well-meaning. Dave Rubin, very well-meaning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
The Rubin Report.
Fine. All right. Kamala shows her face on the show.
You might be seeing a clip on social media that appears to show President Biden trying to sit in a chair that isn't there. The footage is from an event commemorating the 80th anniversary of D-Day, the famed Allied invasion of Nazi-occupied France in 1944 that changed the course of World War II. However, this video doesn't show the full context of the moment. It is cut right before the president sits down in a chair that very much exists. Plus, his chair is clearly visible for most of the video. In extended footage of the ceremony, you can see Biden look over his shoulder for the chair, pause and bend over while the next speaker is announced.
Distinguished guests, please welcome the Honorable Lloyd J. Austin III.
And then take a seat. Edited clips like this have followed Biden throughout his presidency to support an ongoing narrative that he is mentally incompetent. They often misrepresent an innocent moment, banking on the hope that most people won't question what they see as they
Hey, sir, how's it going? How are you? I just live around the neighborhood. I work for the Biden-Harris campaign.
No, don't stick that in my ear.
Oh, no, I'm just going around the neighborhood. I noticed you didn't have a sign already.
I don't want the sign. Take it out.
Oh, why not?
Because Biden sucks. Please.
Oh.
Seriously, no.
Do you not care about the country, or?
Please take it off my property, and you get off too. I'm serious.
Okay, well, I'll just leave it there.
You will not leave it.
Yeah, I'll just leave it there.
No, you won't. Watch this. I'll put it in the back of your truck.
Oh, I'll just leave it here.
Get it out.
Okay. You guys put it right here?
Do not put it in.
Okay.
I'm about to shove it up your ass. Do not do it. Put it up.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a chance.
You got it, you got it.
I'm going to give you a chance.
Okay. Oh, shit. That's my sign.
Well, go get it.
Would you rather vote AOC?
Go get it. I don't want you on my property. Get the fuck out and never stick that shit in my yard again.
Okay.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
President Biden expected to meet with Ukrainian President Zelensky.
It's pretty interesting that the timing of all of this. Certainly, you could imagine that there were probably some polls that showed the White House and the Biden campaign that they must do more. President Trump is way up ahead on them on the issue of immigration. So Biden's crackdown goes into effect when the border is overwhelmed. And that is defined as a week where illegal crossings average 2,500 per day. And we continue, though, to see scenes like this one.
This is America. See the red lights? That's Border Patrol. Straight. No. San Diego. See the lights? San Diego. Okay, thank you.
Bill Melugin will never forget that moment. Right? You got about 8 million have crossed the border illegally since Biden took office. The new order would allow at least 1.8 million, however, 1.8 million into the country every year.
Bill Melugin is live in Jacumba, California with more. Hi, Bill.
Dana, good morning to you. It was business as usual out here last night. President Biden's executive order took effect at midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. local, so we drove around all the hot spots out here as the sun was setting. We did not see any sort of migrant rush trying to get in before that executive order took effect. We'll show you what we did see. Take a look. This was at sunset, 30 minutes before midnight Eastern. All we saw was this little group of mostly Chinese and Vietnamese illegal immigrants who had come across. But once midnight hit, they were still being processed. And it's not like an alarm went off and all these Border Patrol agents came out and started blocking everybody.
The suspect accused of killing 4 women in the Gilgo Beach area of Long Island, New York, well, now he faces 2 new murder charges. State prosecutors say that Rex Harriman also murdered Jessica Taylor and Sandra Costilla.